Hey everyone, and welcome to the 10K in a 30-day live weekly webinar. I am your host, Vanessa Simpkins, and today we're talking about how to attract 3 new clients this week. I know it might sound like a really big promise, but today I'm just gonna pull back the curtains and share with you everything I can to help you skyrocket your confidence, your cash flow. You are in the right place. If you're a coach, consultant, healer, speaker, expert, if you're a want-to-be expert, if you're already in the expert field, if you're already a coach and you just want to take your business to the next level, you are in the right place. You will glean a ton of gems today, so I invite you to really be here, to show up, to close all your browsers, stop driving the car if you're driving. Hopefully you're not driving. Again, my name is Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com. If you're new to my work, if you're new to this webinar, you're in the right place. I'm so happy you're here. I am the author of these 2 books, 2 phenomenal books, which I want to give you. So stay here to the end today because I want to give 2 people a signed copy of both of these books. I will mail them to you and they will arrive on your doorstep, and you'll be able to enjoy all of the cool, awesome, yummy video trainings and bonuses that come with it. So first book's called From Bankrupt to $900 a Day. Welcome, Dee. She's like, I'm a huge fan. I want a book. Awesome. I make it really easy for you guys to get books. So From Bankrupt to $900 a Day. True story. I'll tell you about it in a moment. This is about sales and spirituality. This is about becoming a conscious creator, overcoming the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and all that stuff, all the icky stuff that comes from being an entrepreneur and learning to really master sales. Awesome book, 97 pages, really awesome. So first book. Second book, this one was the bestseller. It's called Take Your Power Back Now, How to Overcome Your Resistance to Creating a Life That You Love. It's the ultimate confidence guide for women. I love empowering women. I love you women, and I love you men too if you're here. I love you as well. But I have a real soft spot for women, especially women who have given their power away to fear, to people, to outside circumstances. This book is really about following your calling. So tuning in, it's about loving yourself. It's about creating high standards for your sexy self, because you deserve everything that you want, and you can have it. And so this book also comes with over $500 worth of really awesome, yummy bonuses. So we're going to jump into today's training. Again, I'm going to share with you everything I can. I'm here with you for an hour. So ask questions, show up, be here. And I can see that you guys you're able to hear me. So awesome. I'm seeing people from all over the place. Welcome, Dee. Welcome, Galit. Welcome, everyone here, where you're from. Go ahead and type in the chat box. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Always love to see some people from all around the world. I get people on here from Australia, from Canada, from the States. So welcome, welcome. I'm going to have a sip of my, what am I drinking today? Drinking tea. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. We're going to jump into the training. So awesome to see you all here. And let's dive in. Boston. I love Boston. I've got some friends from Boston. All right. So you're in the right place. This is the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar. And this is really here to help you make this year the best year of your business. We talk about money mindset, marketing strategies for spiritual entrepreneurs who want more confidence, cash flow, freedom. Go ahead and type in all your questions in the chat box. I will be checking in from time to time. Again, we talked about the books that you can get access to for free. I'll mail one to your door. Seth Godin says there are some very big ideas here for anyone who's ever sabotaged themselves on a sales call, which I think is all of us. Promise we're going to have lots of fun. You'll come out with big breakthroughs and fabulous new systems for generating more revenue in your business, guaranteed. And I love sharing business building and revenue generating tips, because guess what? When you make money, like real money in your business, like $10,000 or more per month, you can pay your bills with that. You can buy a house with that. You can buy a car with that. Send your kids to cool school. It becomes a real business and not just a hobby. So I love celebrating my clients' wins. And I love sharing with people how to really turn their business and their ideas and these kind of knockings on their heart into a portable and a profitable business that you can really take with you anywhere in the world. So if you want to do, I think coaching is one of the best business models, a very low overhead, very high income opportunity, and it's portable. So we talk about heart-centered sales. I work with a lot of women's empowerment leaders. And on this webinar series specifically, I'm going to share with you proven sales attraction systems to help you attract high-paying clients in the next 30 days, actually this week. So we're going to focus on today, how to get massive visibility to your offers if you're new to business or a seasoned business owner, how to break through your visibility blocks. Number one thing that I help my clients struggle with, the fear, all the self-doubt, the uncertainty, feeling overwhelmed. Oh my God, what do I do first? How to get clear about your message and create really kick-ass content that's highly engaging and positions you as an expert that people want to buy from. So today we're covering the simplest way to attract clients online that works every time without fail, and how to attract 3 new clients this week. Number one mistake nearly all business owners make, costs them thousands of dollars in business, and how to avoid it. Proven mindset shifts, tips, and action steps you can take to grow your business into the profit-generating fulfillment and inspiration machine you know it can be, and I'll also share with you some case studies of really cool clients. All right, I'm going to breeze through this really quickly. I am an author. I've been featured on television, Fox, ABC, CBS television. I've been a coach, trainer, speaker, mentor. I've helped thousands of people around the world really skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. My website's called takeyourpowerbacknow.com. Been featured in some cool magazines, spoken on a TED stage many years ago on success, hosted workshops around the world, Costa Rica, USA, and Canada. Mostly where it's really hot because I love to live in my bikini. I'm known as the bikini business coach. I'm really known for helping spiritual entrepreneurs break through fear and rock their sales. So I have an amazing career. I get to empower other women to share their truth and make money by being inspirational leaders. That's what I do. I do it all day long. I love doing it. And I'm known as the bikini business coach. So how did I start? Man, I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to share with you I'm going to share my story with you the real way. People always ask me, did you actually sell mops? What did you do? How did you start? So I'll tell you, honestly, I went bankrupt. That's how my business started. I tried, maybe like some of you watching, I tried to do so many things at once. I tried 5 different businesses. I was in network marketing. I spent $70,000, ran up my credit cards, went bankrupt. I had a freaking blast. I really learned how to be a speaker, but I didn't know about sales. I went bankrupt. I was so committed to doing something else. I was a bartender and worked in restaurants and paid my way through college. And I was like, I don't want to be doing bartending anymore. And after I went bankrupt, I got into massage therapy. I worked for an acupuncturist. I learned Chinese medicine. And I loved impacting people and helping them, become aware and shift and grow. And I got into law of attraction. And I made an intention to go and make $1,000 a week and become a public speaker and live in Hawaii. And I attracted this job selling mops and lint removers. Okay, good. Yeah, real classy, Vanessa. Yeah, this is how I got my stripes as an entrepreneur. This is over 8 years ago now. Selling mops and lint removers in stores across Canada and the States. And kind of like the ShamWow guy does on TV, I became the best person in the company. I stayed there for 4 years and learned about direct marketing and sales. And then something really interesting happened. Maybe some of you can relate. I got stuck. Making $1,000 a day, not bad. If I made less than $500 a day, it was a very bad day. I got pissed. So I became very good at what I did, but I was really stuck in that job. So maybe some of you have a nice, comfortable, I call it the comfortable uncomfortable. You're in this job that pays the bills. Maybe you got kids, you got a family, you got a mortgage to pay, houses, mouths to feed, blah, blah, blah. You can't just step away and risk everything to start a business. Well, I get you. I hear you. I was in that same position. And gosh, even though I was the best salesperson in the company, I didn't know how to break away and start my own coaching consulting business, even though I knew I had some really awesome, gifts to share with people. I didn't know how to talk about them. I didn't know what to do first. I spent $10,000 here on a website I never even use anymore. I made so many crazy blunders. I spent $5,000 on this woman to be in this magazine and nothing happened from it. I mean, I made every single freaking mistake in the book. And I remember I did everything. I finally invested in a mentor. It was probably the smartest thing I did. I made a plan. And I remember I was driving across Canada selling these mops in all these stores like Sears and Kmart and Walmarts and Canadian Tires. And I had this old minivan, this rusty minivan. And I was paying this mentor, this online, business building mentor, $1,500 a month. Okay, I was driving an old, shitty, rundown rust bucket minivan. And I was outside. It was like the fall. or it was spring, it was cold anyways, and I was taping the thing up with this like, not electrical tape, but like metal tape. And then I was spray painting it, so you couldn't see how holy and rusty this, I don't know, 12-year-old, 15-year-old minivan was. And I was stepping back. I was like, damn, I did a good job at that. It was pretty good. I was proud of myself. And I thought, Vanessa, if your friends or family ever find out how much money you're pumping into this dream of yours while you're driving the shitbox minivan, you're spending more money on this mentor than your freaking rent. They're gonna think you're crazy. They're gonna disown you, and I didn't care. Because to me, staying in that job for another freaking year was like torture beyond torture. It was killing me. I was driving to these stores, made great money, don't get me wrong. But I knew in my heart of hearts, gotta be more to life than selling freaking mops, okay? I'm sorry, but God didn't put me here to sell freaking mops for the rest of my life. Number two, I had no life because I would have to leave for 10 days at a time, live in hotel rooms, the plants would die, couldn't have pets, couldn't have any real relationships, couldn't go to any Zumba classes or yoga classes. I had like no community around me. It really became, very old, very fast. And so I learned about, overcoming fear, taking my power back. I learned about sales. I started teaching entrepreneurs some of the things that I was doing on the mop stage. They started having success. I remember one lady implemented one of my tips for speaking, and she made her coaching investment back within 5 days. That was it. My coaching income went from a $500 hobby a month income to over $15,000 a month. Moved to Costa Rica, moved to Hawaii, lived in the paradise island of Kauai for a few years, and now I teach other women how to do the same thing. What are the first things you need to do to get started in your business right away to start generating money? So I love what I do. I love that you're here, and we're going to jump into the training. I got so much to share with you today. We're going to talk about specifically attracting clients, what to do to attract your first, maybe your first or maybe just their next 3 clients here this week. So talk to you a little bit about being the bikini biz coach. I did move to the paradise island of Kauai. I run these awesome masterminds. I have the most phenomenal clients, and we get to have some masterminding here in Laguna Beach, California, fun in the sun. I believe that, you should run your business the way you love to live your life, and I love to be on the beach. Love to gather women together. I think there's so much power when women gather in community, when people gather in community, period. I love to speak and share stories. I love to adventure. I love, like I said, to have fun in the sun. And I love to travel. This is one of the favorite places in the world, Kauai, Hawaii. It's my boyfriend and his beautiful kids. And I took him back here to one of the most spiritual places on earth, North Shore of Kauai, spiritual vortex, Kalalau. And, was able, when I lived on Kauai, I would spend a week back there every month running around half naked, eating mangoes and little kois and guavas and, playing Avatar. It was awesome. And that's why I love having a business, because you can create your lifestyle the way you want to. If you want to travel and enjoy, you can do that. And I also really believe that authenticity is a new currency in business today. This is a writer downer. It really is. It's, your business is going to flourish the moment that you stop caring about what other people start thinking and you just start being yourself. People want to do business with someone who's real. So, like I said, I'm happy that you guys are all here. I want to share with you powerful tools today. Also want to let you know that it's not my first pony ride. I have been doing this successfully full-time for the last 8 years. I've been mentored by some of the most amazing people, the late Wayne Dyer, Jack Canfield, and I want to share with you all of the things that really help me to skyrocket my own business, but not only my own business, but the clients that work with me as well. So I want to take a quick check-in. See where you're all at. Help me figure out, really, I'm here for you today. So help me, let me know where you're at. What do you struggle with the most? These are really the 5 reasons that most entrepreneurs continue struggling making money. Number 1, type in the chat box if any of these apply to you. Don't have an identity, don't know what your expertise is. That's kind of like a branding thing. Number 2, you don't know what you're selling. Some people think that they're selling coaching. Sorry. People don't wake up, at 3 in the morning and say, I need coaching. No, they really don't. Number 3, they don't have an influential offer. It's not enticing enough. It's not, it's just not engaging. Maybe you're trying to sell something and you're like, why aren't they buying it? Well, maybe they don't want it or need it. It's not language properly. Number 4, don't talk to enough people. People don't make enough offers. This is a marketing issue. Number 5, don't ask for the cash. Maybe mindset or sales issue. So go ahead. type in the chat box. I'm really here to serve you. I'm not judging you in any way, shape, or form. I just want to, support you in the best way I can. So let me know where you're at and what you're going through, and I'll pop in here. Welcome, welcome everyone. I see Candace is here, Dee is here, Galit is here, Christine. Awesome, awesome to see you guys. So we're gonna jump into the training. Again, I want to share with you how to attract 3 new clients this week. Beverly saying number 3 and 4. Let me just go back. Let me make sure I know. Make money and be seen. D saying make money and be seen. So that's like number 4 and 5, number 3 and 4. Okay. So we're looking at offers. We're looking about marketing. We're talking about sales. Sales is a really big issue. I remember it was for me, right? Like when you have a job and they tell you like, oh, you're going to make 15, 20 bucks an hour or 30 bucks or whatever, 50, even if it's 100 bucks an hour, you know that you're working for somebody else. But when it comes time to actually like you being the one to generate everything, it's a totally different mindset. It's a totally different game of freaking, totally different game being an entrepreneur versus an employee. Okay, Christine says number 1, what's your expertise? Bestseller, successful program, TV2. She's like, I want to know how to do all of it. Okay, awesome. All right, let's get started. We're going to talk, and as we go through the training, guys, ask your questions, pop them in here. Somebody here is asking, how do I become a bestseller on TV? On TV. Okay. I've been aching to ask how you got on TV shows. Do I need an agent? You don't need an agent. But these are great questions. Putting myself out there. Okay, awesome, guys. I love your questions. I'm going to start answering them here in the training. Okay, so I want you guys to write this down, put it in big letters, and stick it on your freaking wall, because your entire success, I mean, everything, I can tell you, starts from this very simple recipe. And it's if you want to go back to like the most simple basic thing that's going to make the most dramatic impact, change, and bring money into your business, it's focus on this very simple recipe. So write it down. So your visibility plus delivering value and making offers equals your income. Be visible, deliver value, make offers. That equals your income. So the more people you're visible to, that you deliver great value to and make offers to, equals your income. So listen, you can't just go out there and start speaking and not make any offers. I know a lot of people I know a lot of you guys, I know who my clients are, right? I know what you're doing. You're out there and I'm on social media, I'm doing all this shit. Yeah, but you're not making any offers, okay? You need to make offers. You need to put your hand out and say, hey, I can help you. Let me show you how I can help you. That's an offer, okay? So we're going to talk about languaging offers today. We're going to talk about how to be visible, the best ways. I'll talk to you guys about TV, but I'm telling you right now, if you're a newbie, your place is not on TV, not yet. You need to get some confidence and some success stories and some results and some testimonials under your belt. Then you can go on TV, right? Because tell you what, you sweat your freaking ass off on TV. I've done it. Oh my God. Even after years of mentoring people, scary. Okay, so visibility means everything. And this is really, so I want you to write this down. It's not about how good you are. It's not about how many freaking diplomas, if you have a PhD. No one cares about that. It's not fair. It's not. The little 13-year-old or 19-year-old who's on social media, Instagram, and has a huge following, or on Facebook and has like, all 10,000 friends, they're the people getting all the business. Doesn't matter if you have 25 years experience and you're the best. If nobody knows about you, you ain't getting any sales. So get it out of your head that you have to like take another freaking course. The only course you need to the only course you need to take is a marketing course. Learn how to be visible, deliver value, and make offers. So I want to make sure you write that down. It doesn't get more complicated than that. So here's a recent client, Jessie Payne, in my 10K in 30-day program. 12 new clients in her first 30 days. I'm not gonna play the freaking video, but you're welcome to check out on my website. Go to the testimonials tab. There's a ton of video testimonials there from clients who have taken this system, been part of my program, Jessie had a job. She's like, I want to do this coaching thing full time. She's got a baby on the way. She really wanted to take her business seriously, and she got into action. Doing what? Being visible, delivering value, making offers with a very specific system I'll share with you here in a moment. And she generated 12 new clients. Freaking rock star. It's not rocket science. Okay, it can be done. Here's Yannick Lemieux. She did the same thing in her first 30 days. What did she say? Celebrating another success. That brings my month up to 16,000. How's that for my first month? She was selling people into her VIP Bali retreats. Next month in October, a couple of days later, another 6,000. That's like $24,000 in sales, guys. This is what's possible when you are visible, deliver value, and make offers. That's it. All right. So we're going to talk about what to actually do. How does this work? Right? How does this whole thing actually work? Well, I'll tell you what, it follows a law, and the law is a law of giving. You got to give before you get. When I was selling mops, I would stand on stage, you get on the speaker, ladies and gentlemen, in less than 2 minutes, we're handing out free gifts. Okay, it wasn't that cheesy, but it was basically, we're handing out free gifts to all of the adult shoppers in the store, and people would start running over. They'd be in their fur coats. Women would leave their kids and start rushing over to get this free gift. We were handing out these 2 and 3 cent, glass cleaners to clean your glasses or something like that. It was, they weren't expensive things, but it was a free thing. We delivered a great presentation, and then people walked away purchasing these mops, right? But the law, you give before you get. And so it's actually a law of the universe. So if you're struggling right now for money, if you don't know what to do with your business, if you're overwhelmed, start giving. And what do I mean by giving? Well, most people are focused on getting. I want to get clients. How am I going to get? How am I going to get? This is a I don't have it feeling. Let me really put this out here. My entire business, my entire life transformed when I started giving. I'm going to stop screen sharing. And I'm going to specifically share with you the vibration of giving. Means my cup is already full cup. I got lots and lots and lots of stuff to give you. My cup's already full, right? When you come from giving, when you come from, I need to get, my God, it's desperation. You might not sound desperate or look desperate, but people can feel desperate. So you need to shift out of I need, and come into I have, and I got plenty to give. I already have it. I have it, and I got plenty to give. And that, through the law of attraction, brings back, I have it. So there's a lot of energetics that go into here, but the law of giving, you cannot outgive God. Try, you can't. So the more you give, the better, the faster you attract clients. And even Dee says, I love freebies. Of course, who doesn't love something for free? When you give something to somebody, they automatically want to do something back for you, whether it's sign up for your program, share it with somebody else, help you in some way, open the door to have you come speak on their stage. The list goes on and on. And you gotta start from where you're at. A lot of people, now this is the number one problem that entrepreneurs have that costs them thousands of dollars. And the problem is, but who am I? Who am I to be this amazing weight loss coach? Or, who am I to be this awesome relationship coach or business coach? I haven't made my first million yet. My name's not Tony Robbins. Who cares? Do I look like Tony Robbins? Am I Tony Robbins? I'm kind of tall like him, but who cares? All you got to do is start from where you're at and be willing to share what you know now. That's it. And one of the biggest tips I can give you, this is it. This is the biggest problem. I tell you what, people think, oh my God, I got to take another course. I'm not ready yet. Got to take another course. This is called the compare and despair mode, which leads to the learning without ever earning mode. Very dangerous places. Cut that shit out. Stop it. You are good enough. You know enough. Now you need to start helping people. God, Source, Spirit wants you to use the gifts, the lessons, the learning, the wisdom, the stories that you have and start serving. And once you do that, you obey that call, that mission, people will start filling into you. They'll start bombarding you, which is a cool feeling. Tell you what, I love celebrating my clients' wins. I love it when my clients buy new cars, take their families on trips, celebrate their first $10,000 a month. I love it. I could eat that feeling for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love celebrating. I love celebrating my clients when they become conscious creators. They really own it. It's an amazing feeling. So I can tell you that you know enough, you just got to start. So the next question be like, yeah, well, how do I start? Like, what do I actually do here? What do you actually do? How do you actually start to give? How does it work? What? So let's go into that. So you only by giving are you able to receive more than you already have. It's in Jim Rohn. I had the great opportunity of seeing this man speak live before he passed. Amazing, amazing man. If you focus on giving, you'll never want for anything. So what do you do? How to do it? How does it start? So here's what I recommend that you begin sharing daily. Put this as a challenge. Write this on one big piece of paper. The word challenge. One idea. If you get one idea that you implement from here and you install it, you implement it in your business, could dramatically transform your life. So what do you share? People always ask me, like, how do you actually do this social media thing? Like, how does it work? What do you do? What do experts do? Well, the first thing they do is they market themselves. Ain't no sales happening without marketing. All right. Ain't no sales happening without marketing. So marketing comes first. So what do you market? What the heck is marketing? How do you put yourself out there? How do I get in the game already? Well, here's what you do. You share one of these daily, and the word daily is to remind you that marketing is not something you do once in a while. It's something you do consistently. Why? Because experts are there consistently. Why? Because it delivers trust. It creates that trust. You want to know they can trust you. You got to show up. You got to keep showing up. So a story. Tell a story, a lesson that you learned. I tell a story once when I lived in Japan and nearly got killed by a freaking pack of wild monkeys the first day I was there. I mean, oh my God, these wild monkeys are freaking crazy in Japan. They come and attack you and grab your purse and take the little coins with the holes in it and run across the street to the pop machine and stick it in and grab a pop, a Coca-Cola out of the machine. I'm telling you, they are smart little freaking monkeys, right? So I tell that story sometimes on stages about, just being outside of your comfort zone and having people come and support you. But anyways, a story that you learn, a lesson that you learn, you get, become a storyteller. People love stories. You're actually never going to be an expert until you're safe and comfortable sharing stories. What about your personal philosophy? You notice some of the people that get the most follows and the shares on social media, I'm telling you, they are staunch. They are so opinionated. They are so opinionated. Listen, most people are afraid to upset other people, so they never share their opinions. And guess what? Guess what an expert is? An expert is somebody who has a very strong opinion and is not afraid to have a couple people not like them because they know who the hell they are. And they're not afraid to tell you. And that speaks volumes about confidence. Let me tell you, people, if you're going to buy into your coaching and they're going to buy into your philosophy, you better be damn certain about it. Think about that. So share a personal philosophy. Share a case study. Talk about a case study. What happened when you work with XYZ client, or a testimonial? What happened? What happened before? What did they do? What happened after they work with you? And my favorite, a video. Oh my gosh. You want me to share with you how to attract 3 new clients this week? Get started posting videos. You know why? Video is like the next best thing to being live. It's the next best thing to being live, and it creates so much. I'm going to stop screen share and just be here with you. It creates so much connection. It really is phenomenal. It's how I created my entire business years ago. If you go searching on YouTube, you're going to find videos of me blasting across Canada in my minivan and my pop-up trailer. It's like, people are crazy. They're like, you traveled across Canada? I was a single woman in your freaking pop-up trailer. I was like, I don't even know how to use this damn thing. I invested all my money that I had, blast across Canada to see these virgin stores that I'd never seen the mop show. It was a huge hit, but I mean, I jumped all in. I had no money. I had like $200. to get to my next store. And hopefully I was going to sell some freaking mops or I was stranded, right? But I had my little caboose and I would pull into this trailer park and set it up. I lived in nature. It was actually beautiful. Met some really cool people. And so share a philosophy, share a video. Video is amazing. I tell people, do a video for 30 days and talk about all of your clients' struggles. Deliver value, tell them why they have the problem, tell them what to do about it, and then make them an offer. Say, hey, give me a ring and let's chat. I got some space open in my coaching calendar. It's a free call. We'll explore what working together can look like. Post it on your social media sites. Do that every day this week. Here's my challenge for you. Video every day. Talk about your clients' problems. Remember that great marketing is about, meeting your clients where they are right now. And where they are right now is if they're in pain, right? They're going to want to buy something, namely your service, to help them get out of that pain. So your marketing needs to be geared toward to meet them where they're at. It's like selling painkillers versus vitamins. Nobody really buys vitamins. Okay, a lot more people do today because they're like health conscious, but most people are like, oh my God, I got a headache, right? I need a Tylenol. I'm not going to go get vitamin A at the store. I'm going to go get a Tylenol. So that's great marketing. And then you want to share a lot of headshots. Just the best pictures that get the most likes and engagements on social media is just this big smiling face, ding, and then you can put a little message there. And also quotes with a saying, with a little paragraph. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just head on over my Facebook page and subscribe. I think I'm out of friend requests, but if you subscribe, you'll see some of the posts. Very simple. Put your personality in there. Christine said I had my website and promotional materials and image just the way I wanted it. Then I realized that it totally didn't fit me, working on fixing all that now. Okay, cool. So you're getting more, aligned with who you are. Great. All right. So who's going to take me up on the challenge here and do a 30-day video challenge, or just do videos just for the next week? Just get out of your own way. Get out of this idea that you got to do it perfectly and start delivering content. What are you going to do? Type it in the chat box. What's one thing that you're committing to doing this week to be more visible, deliver more value, and make offers? Go ahead and type it in the chat box. And I'm going to jump back in here to the screen sharing mode. All right. So this is what you do daily. You post one of these things daily. And I gotta tell you, if you want your marketing to be effective, you gotta be vulnerable. Vulnerability in your teaching. You know why? Because it shows people that, hey, I'm not perfect. I was just like you once. I made it to the other side, and you can too if you follow my system. That's what it does. If you always smell like roses, no one's gonna want to do business with you. You gotta show them your shit. You gotta show them your shit. Dee says, I'm doing a 30-day challenge blog. Great. I'm going to invite you to do a video, darling. Okay, she says vlog. Yes, awesome. Christine says blog. That's great. I'm also going to invite you to do a video. Do a video. If you haven't before, you grab your iPhone, you do the selfie style, hit the record button, upload it directly to Facebook. It's going to get a ton of views. Doesn't have to be professionally edited. Just has to be real, and put some vulnerability in there. Share people the lowest of your lows, the depths of your depths. People want real. They want real. Catherine says, I commit to creating my first Facebook post about my story. Oh yeah. Jessica's helping me with my 30-day video challenge because she's awesome. Woohoo! Right on. Awesome sauce. Jessie, congratulations. I'm happy you guys are working together and being accountability buddies. Awesome. So what stories are you willing to tell? Speaking of stories, what stories are you willing to tell? And a lot of people, a lot of experts, this is what defines, experts from kind of newbies. It's okay if you're a newbie. You got to start somewhere. I always got to start somewhere. But the fact is, you got to be willing to tell your story. You get out of your own pull your head out of your own ass, okay? Because it's not about you. It's about other people. And if you don't share your story, you're actually ripping and jipping people off of a major transformation because you're worried about what they're going to think of you. How do I know that? Well, I've been working with women's empowerment leaders now for 8 years. I'm very good at what I do. I know exactly where you're blocked. Exactly. Get over yourself. Tell you what, when you do, and you start, making it about giving and about them and about the transformation that they can have, and you start sharing these stories, the personal ones. I sat on a story for 5 years, 4 years. I sat on this story. Didn't want to tell the world. I finally shared the story, but turned into a freaking best-selling book. Got me on national television. There you go. There's your answer. You want to hear? It's a good story. You want to hear about how I got on television? I had a relationship with a guy for 8 years that I could never leave. I stayed in a job where I was safe. I also stayed in a relationship where I was safe. I knew I was, I knew inside I should leave. I should do something, I should get a better boyfriend. I would go back and forth for years. And finally I left. I'll let you find out all about it here in this book. It was kind of a major wake-up call, kind of a violent wake-up call. I nearly died during that wake-up call, but I got the message. And I didn't want to share that story because I was afraid of how people would judge me. And that wake-up call led to a deep, the beginning of my healing journey, looking at how my own thoughts and beliefs created kind of the mess that I was in. And without that wake-up call, I don't think I would have ever, taken it upon myself. I certainly wouldn't have started my business because I had so much time invested into finger pointing why my life sucked because of this boyfriend that I had. Why my life sucked so bad because of this guy in my life. And really, was a great excuse and a great time and energy suck, that was pulling me back from really actually investing and committing in my business. So when I decided to close that door, my business really flourished. That's when it started. It was when I decided to close all the energy leaks and all the excuses that I had for not really showing up to my life. So I sat on that story for 4 years, and I would go to my little networking meetings with this book in my hand. I would run around. I'm a mop lady, and I would run around. And people thought this thing was great. Notice, from bankrupt to $900 a day selling mops. True story. Every time you have a big story, turn it into a freaking book, man. Turn it into a webinar. Turn it into an event. Share your shit. I say God puts you in a big pile of shit, and how you get out becomes your message and your service to the world. It is, Don't sit in this shit and smelling like shit for 5 years. Don't do that. It serves you. You can choose another perception to have it serve you, and it's inspirational. So I sat on that story for 5 years. People in networking events would be like, I would tell them the story. They'd say, "Oh my God, Vanessa, it's not about the mops. You got to share with people that story." And eventually I started sharing it on Facebook. And a friend of mine said, "Hey, you got to write a book about that. Look, there's 170 people that commented and shared on this one post about how it's messy when a woman takes her power back, how people don't like it, how your friends and family around you want you to just be this, stay in this little box. And when you take your power back, you're like, I don't care about you, what you think of me. I don't give a shit about what you think of me. What I care about is me and my connection with God, and everyone else can go, what?" And it disturbs people, and who cares? It's messy. It's worth it. And that post from that share, that story got so many likes and comments. So Catherine, you commit to writing the story, get on it already. Do it today. Enough pussyfooting around here. Do it right now, today. Take action. Money loves speed. Money loves speed. That's another writer downer, big page, one idea. And so I committed to write the book. I wrote the book in 6 weeks. Became an instant overnight bestseller in over 3 categories in Amazon. So tell you what, and that's the story that got me on national television. That's how it happened. I just kept sharing my story and sharing my story. So share your story. Don't be afraid about what other people think of you. Doesn't matter. You're going to piss off a few people. Who cares? Most of the people you're going to piss off are your family and your friends, and they're not going to be the ones who hire you anyways. And Catherine says, Vanessa, sometimes we need to be shit disturbers. There you go. Sometimes you do. I'm sure a few people are watching this webinar or replay thinking, oh my God, she swears too much. Too bad. Turn it off. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not interested. I'm certainly not here to people please, but I am here to tell the truth. And actually my clients love it. They love that I'm blunt, and they like it. They like the truth. To me, the most successful people I know, Tony Robbins swears a lot. He's honest. After a while, you just don't care. You realize that I'm going to either spend the rest of my life a brown nosing and bending over backwards to please other people, or I'm gonna just be myself. And I tell you what, you get further ahead by just being yourself, and you feel a heck of a lot better while you do it. So, what stories are you willing to tell? Only the happy ones or the raw and real ones? Just shared a little story with you. Here's another story. Jenik, came to see me. She wanted, she had been following me actually for a while. She joined the 10K in 30-day program. Her first month closed over $16,000 in sales. She did the video challenge. She started really sharing some very real and raw stories about her life, about her past. And people loved it. And they took her up on her offers, and she started making sales. So if you're watching and you'd be like, Vanessa, I would love to start making sales. I'm still a little bit unsure about what kind of stories to share. I don't really know how to make offers. I would love to attract clients this month, and you'd like my support. I'm going to invite you to apply for the 10K in 30-day program. Go to this website here, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. I have a waiting list of clients. And when people graduate the program, there's a space that opens up. So if you'd like to talk with me about potentially joining the program when a space opens up, go ahead and apply. The website is called takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. We also have these amazing Fun in the Sun meets business building masterminds. They're called the Soul Sister Mastermind Experience. We just had one here in Laguna Beach because I love masterminding, and I also believe that, gathering together with people of like mind is powerful. I not only promote it, but I actually invest myself heavily into 2 masterminds that I'm a part of every year. And then some. So I know what it's done for my business. I love connecting with other people. It's fun. I make my masterminds fun in the sun. The program also includes 2 in-person meetings. Here in Laguna Beach, we have 3 3-day events. Lots of fun in the sun, lots of masterminding. Kala H. Koss, she says, I tripled my income in 28 days just from one simple strategy from Vanessa. She's streetwise, worldly wise, business wise beyond her years. She's got a big heart, gives her all to give so she can help her clients succeed, and they do. You most certainly will make big leaps in your business by working with her. So that's my invitation, guys. If you want to get big results this year, one of the best things you can do is surround yourself with like-minded people, and surround yourself, with people who believe in you, who don't think that your dreams are crazy, and who have been there and who are doing what you want to do, and who can help you shortcut your way there. Because I can tell you, one of the most dangerous things is to not have a system, not have a plan, and just fuddle and bumble around and waste 2, 3, 5 years not making money, and then your confidence takes another hit. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should get a job. Dangerous place to be. Not cool. That's really a recipe for failure. So surround yourself with success, get a mentor, invest in yourself. It's the best thing you can do in your business. You gain experience that nobody can take away from you. It's called confidence. And that's my offer for you today. It's a free call. We're going to chat one-on-one, you and me. And I'll take a real good look at your business and what I think are the problems. Is it a mindset problem? Is it a mindset? A lot of mindset issue going on here, especially when we're talking about self-worth and sales. Is it a marketing issue? Is it a clarity issue? I'll let you know. And again, we'll explore what working together can look like. So takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. Lisa Cattell, maybe you're thinking, what's $10,000? It's like $120,000 a year. I want to make more than that. Great. Lisa made $50,000 US in her first 30 days. It's 37,000 pounds. What's a pound to the US dollar now? I don't know, but it's about 1.5 times more. I don't know, something like this. Anyways, this is a great testimonial because, she had a huge win, but she says, I signed up to work with Vanessa in mid-October last month. I was feeling very stuck and unmotivated about my business. Your feelings, by the way, dictate everything in your life. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck, or, you don't like your business, you better change those feelings. Nothing in your life is going to change until you change the energy and the emotion around it. And she came to see me because she wanted to have another baby. She was working so hard in her business. And I helped her kind of restructure an offer, and I helped her talk to the right people. And she made a huge huge win. And she says here, it was such a big decision for me to invest money in the business and myself, as I know it has been for many people in this group. Listen, I get you. It can be terrifying to invest in yourself. The best thing you can do is believe in yourself. Start betting on yourself for once. Start. You're worth it. Okay. And then she says, however, I just signed a deal. I signed off to run a year-long leadership program for 37,000 pounds. Overall, feels like a brilliant opportunity to get back out there and shine. Thanks so much, Vanessa, for all your help. Lisa, hey, listen, you know, you could have a $50,000 month next month. It doesn't have to be 10,000. Maybe you're thinking, shit, if I could just make like $5,000, I'd quit this crappy job, right? And I jump full time into my passion. Well, I suggest you really start making sales. Once you start making sales consistently, you move out of that hobby, you move into more certainty, you have a real business, you start impacting and sharing people. That builds momentum. People start, you know, praising your name, and all of that starts growing. And then, you know, then you can, let go of the job if you want, or just get into a next level in your business and start investing in yourself. So back to the training here. Catherine says, I'm in a 10K in 30-day program and I suggest joining. A lot of good material. Thank you, Catherine. I'm happy that you're sharing that with people. Happy that you enjoy it. We love having you there. Low-hanging fruit says a lot too, and your clients even show up to your training webinars. This is a free webinar. Still, people love showing up here. They get tons of information and love showing up again and again and again. That shows you something. So when I'm talking about specific strategy right now, low-hanging fruit. So here's another strategy for a lot of people when they're in the coaching business. They're trying to go out and they're trying to get clients that don't know them. You know, they want to, I don't want to let people know on my Facebook page that I'm a coach right now, or that I'm a healer, or I'm an expert, because they're going to freaking judge me and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me tell you something. Problem is that you think that no one wants what you have to offer. Problem is, maybe you're not making offers that they can say yes to. Talked about that before. Another problem is that you're going after cold traffic instead of picking the ripe fruit in your own garden. What do I mean by that? Listen, you all have everything you need in your life right now to attract at least 3 clients in your business this week. Only problem is you're not doing the right things, you're not looking in the right place. You have already had, make a list right now, stop, grab your pen and paper, make a list right now. Right? If you're watching the replay, or if you're watching here now live, make a list of the 10 people that have been kind of poking around, nosing around. They've been fun on maybe asking you questions. They've been really, really commenting on your social media. You met them at a party, you know, they're not a friend, you know, they're kind of cool. You know, they're interested in you. They've shown some kind of interest. So make a list of those 10 people right now. Just start, make a list. You know, who are these 10 people? Make a list of the top 10 people. Maybe you go through your emails and make a list. Go through your social media contacts and you make a list. All right, this is called going. Don't go and buy a whole freaking farm and the farming equipment. Just walk out and pick the fruit in the freaking fruit tree that's right there in the front lawn. You know, make it very simple. So the solution is to start making offers and allow the results of those offers to speak for themselves. A lot of people don't test. They think that if they make one offer, Christine said, on my website, I got to turn it all around, I got to change it. Great. You only know that because you did the website. It's called get in the game. Get in the freaking game. You're only going to find out. One of my clients found out that her clients are investors and they're men. No, they're not women. And actually, they're willing to pay her a lot more money. She would have never gotten that if she wouldn't have gotten in the game. She's floored. She's like, I can't believe my clients are men. Would have never, so weird. There it is. Would have never gotten that clarity without getting in the game. Solution, make a list of interested people, call them up, email them, and offer to give them a breakthrough session. Hey, I want to give you a free breakthrough call with me. I'm going to find out what's holding you back in your business. And then invite them, you know, if they invite them into your program, and you know, continue inviting them to help them. Solution, use what you've already got. The email addresses, the social media sites. These people already know you. They've been following you. You don't think they're following you, but they are, and they're just waiting for you to make them an offer. We talked about what an offer could look like. I mentioned here at the beginning of the program. I said, hey, I'm opening up some space in my coaching program. Send me a private message and let's talk. It's a free call. We'll explore what working together can look like. That's an offer. All right. Now your ego says it's not safe to be that visible. I can't charge that much. I can't speak on a stage. I can't take that risk or make that video or launch my program or call myself an expert. And this, my friends, is the real problem. A lot of you know what you need to be doing, but you ain't doing it, right? It's because of all this, some mindset bullshit. It's the ego. Oh my God. It protects you using fear. And you listen to it. That's the problem. You haven't taken off those automatic responses yet. So I want to talk to you about the 3 habits of highly successful entrepreneurs. These are writer-downers. Confidence. Yeah. Know who you are and know who you aren't. Get some opinions. Don't be afraid to freaking talk about them. Here's a great quote. I love this. I used to walk into a room full of people and wonder if they like me. Now I look around and wonder if I like them. This happened to me recently. I was like, do I want to be here? Do I even okay, I don't need to hang. I don't want to spend time in this room anymore. I'm going to leave. Used to walk into a room full of people and wonder if they like me. Now I look around and wonder if I like them. Confidence. Know who you are and know who you aren't. Next, responsible enough to look inside. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. So I know from the entrepreneurs that I help that are in my program that, celebrate their first 10K months, that buy new cars, that invest in their kids' education, that take their family on cool trips, that travel all over the world. I know that these are people who take responsibility, personal responsibility. They're not waiting for chance, or some miracle to show up. They're making the miracles, and they're making the miracles by looking inside and say, you know what? I take responsibility for that shitty belief. I'm going to turn it around. Boom. The money shows up. And it doesn't just happen once or twice. It's the way it works. So write that down. You got to be responsible enough to look inside, take radical responsibility for your thoughts and feelings. That's what's creating your world. Third, surround yourself with great people. Successful entrepreneurs surround themselves with great people. Listen, I wrote a post the other day, and I really believe this. I remember I told my uncle once, I said, I got this new job selling mops. He said, are you crazy? You're not going to make any money. This is at Christmas time. You're not going to make any money doing that. Oh, don't tell me you got a job. Oh my God, those people don't make any money. Yeah, how you like $1,000 a day? Stick it up your ass. How you like it? Don't tell your family and don't tell your friends what you're doing. They're the first people who are going to tear you down, and not because they're bad people, because they love you and they want to keep you safe. So if you really want to do something big in your life, you got to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who think you're great, and who are just like you, right? That's what you got to do. And then you got to evaluate the people in your life, and then you promote them or you demote them or you terminate them. Hasta la vista. I put my family on pause for a while. You don't get to talk with me. I fired this guy, get rid of that friend, who all they do is bitch or complain. Fire that person. Close all these energy leaks, man. Take your freaking power back and then focus it like a laser beam. No one can take you out. You take your power back. Right? You're the CEO of your life. Start making some CEO decisions. Surround yourself with great people. They say that your life, your finances is the equivalent to the 5 people you spend the most time with. I hope you spend your time with good people. Ain't no one gonna do this for you. All right, so what's really stopping you? What's really holding you back from having the revenue and the lifestyle and the business that you want? I tell you what, it's all these things. To me, it's fear. You've got fear or love. You're creating your life and it's based on fear and the fearful thoughts and trying to prevent all this crap from happening, or you're creating out of love. You're creating from having now. You're creating from intuition, from the next thing that feels really good. But you're always creating. So you got to decide that you want it more than you're afraid of it. Whatever that is you want. If it's a new coaching business, if it's more freedom, if it's a new relationship, if it's more ease and grace, if it's more time, you got to decide that you want it more than you're afraid of doing the work to get it, of failure. Then you got to commit, right? This is my 3-part system. Decide. Most people think, oh my God, when I have the time, when I have the money, when the kids go back to school, when pigs can fly. Shut up. You know, you got to commit to it. This is a commitment is the high octane gasoline that's going to transform your life. You want to get skinny? Commit to going to the gym 5 days a week. Commitment and consistent. You want to have disciplined kids? You want to teach your dog how to sit down, roll over, bark, play dead? It's called, you got to commit to training the thing every day, okay? And being consistent. You know, you want to make a difference in your income? Well, you got to commit to learning and doing some new things consistently. Commit. This is what makes things happen. It's commitment. It's your decision. Your decision and then your commitment. Jump all in. And then the expansion happens. Then all the clients, the opportunities. One of my clients, you know, she's been just on fire. She, you know, decided to join the program, and she decided to come to Laguna Beach and invest in the plane ticket. And boom, she gets here. She's walking across the street. Boom, she went to get a massage. All these people are, boom, hiring her, paying her. She's like, oh my God. You know, it's all happening, right? It's what happens when you decide and you commit. Life comes in and shows you that expansion. You walk into the fulfillment of that. You're the one who does it with your decision. So listen, I get it. It can be very uncomfortable, but entrepreneurs, you run off of different set of rules, and you better get comfortable being outside your comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. Very different mindset being an entrepreneur and being a successful business owner versus being an employee. Very different. All right. And it's not about, people say, oh, I gotta find my purpose. No, you gotta create yourself. Life is not about finding yourself. Life's about creating yourself. You create with every decision you make. Listen, a decision to do nothing, still a decision. The decision to procrastinate, still a decision. So how much time are you spending in survival mode, you know, bumping around? And what is it really costing you not to have a really clear sales attraction system in your business? Today we talked about some ideas for attracting clients. I'm talking about a real system that helps you generate leads consistently and turn those leads into paying clients. What is that costing you? In terms of, you know, money that maybe you want to make $10,000 or $50,000 a month, and you're only making $2,000. That's costing you $8,000 a month not to know. Think about that, because people who know, they're making the money. You know, people who know are out there, you know, having taken great vacations with their family. What's it costing you in terms of peace of mind? Maybe, you know, maybe you're working 3 jobs and it's really stressful and you got no time with your family. I get it. You know, to me, when I was working that job, I had the money. I had no time. I had no friends. I had no life. I had no pets. I had no freaking, I couldn't even have, I could have cactuses. All I had was cactuses. I fed the squirrels and I had a few cactuses because everything else would die. You know what I mean? My health suffered because I couldn't go to even my regular freaking gym things. I was on the road all the time. I was eating out. I was living in hotels. Oh my God. It was awful. What's it costing you, you know, not to have the right support and the sales attraction system in your business? What is that costing you? It's a really important question to ask yourself. And you have a choice. You know, you could say, hey, Vanessa, you're really sharing some awesome points. I love this. I'm going to, you know, get out here and try and do it myself. And I would say, good luck. You know, you're going to have some bumps. It's not going to be a super easy, smooth ride. Or you could take my hand and I could show you, you know, really in depth how to do it, and we could do it together. So what if in the next 30 days you could generate 10K in your business? What would that mean for you in your business? Or maybe, you know, you'd like to make more. How would you like to double or quadruple your income in the next, you know, 30 to 60 days? What would that mean for you? My invitation is really to help you skyrocket your confidence and your cash flow. You can go onto my website and take a look at all of the testimonials there. Samantha says she got 3 new high-paying clients in one day, 3 sales calls, 3 new clients. I talk about, you know, really, it's not just woo-woo energy stuff. I really teach sales systems that work. Lisa here, my first $9,000 day. Thank you for pushing me. I made my first $9,000 deal, my spiritual mentorship. Like I said, I work with a lot of healers, coaches, consultants, fitness instructors, and they all take the 10K and 30-day program. It's the place for spiritual women to prosper. What we do in this program is we help you get clear on having the right mindset. So we go and we undo all the gremlins that you have around owning your value and charging what you're worth and being visible. I teach you how to create an event, whether it's a video or a workshop or a webinar like this, to create one offer for your coaching, a high-end offer. And then I teach you how to have sales calls and set them up and handle sales objections and create high ticket sales in your business. The exact sales attraction system I use, my clients have used to create expert status. We talk about, how to create more visibility, how to be seen as an expert, how to talk like one, how to make offers like one, create buzz and visibility, and attract high-paying clients, even if you don't have a big list. There's a spelling mistake though. It says without having a big list or fancy pants website or being a big guru. Totally doable. Again, you can apply for the program here, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. This is what it looks like. You get access to the online mastermind. The membership site, we talk about, there's a huge mindset component. Module 1, we talk about understanding what your message is and who your ideal clients are and how to talk with them. Module 2 is about really getting clear on your marketing calendar. How are you going to be visible? How are you going to generate leads and traffic? Are you going to do it online, offline, both? You can do workshops. You're going to use video. Are you going to do Facebook ads? What are you going to do? Module 3 is about packaging yourself. Are you going to run a leveraged online mastermind? Are you going to do one-on-one coaching to start out? What are you going to do? What does it cost? What is it called? What's included? You got to get clear on this stuff, guys. Listen, if you want to sell it for, you want to sell your services for $3, $5, $10, $15, $25,000, you better know what the hell you're doing, right? You better. That's what it is. Got to get clear. Module 4, I teach you my sales script and how to handle sales objections. By far, hands down, best freaking module in the entire course. Once you learn how to sell, your life is forever, gosh, free. You could go anywhere, do anything. If you want to buy a new car, well, you have a new promotion and make a few more sales. That's about it, right? Module 5, we talk about how to create expert positioning. Maybe you write a book. A lot of my clients write books, guys, a lot of them. I help them. I help you figure out what's your title. How do you map out your ideas? How do you get it going? Maybe you're going to not write a book, but you're going to create some kind of audio program. All right. Expert position. You got to stand out from the crowd. Module 6 about networking. Talk about module 7, how to create your website so that you build a list and nurture that list, create relationships, and then sales. It's, most people that you connect with aren't going to be your clients right away. But if you nurture them properly and create that relationship when they're ready, they will become your clients. So we talk about how to create your website. And module 8, finally got your entire sales attraction system. Now there's so much more in this membership site. I just keep adding stuff onto there. I think there's how to create webinars now, webinar mastery secrets, how to 10x your business using online masterminds. There's I'm a Conscious Creator program in there. There's the workshop profit secret system. All my best programs, they're all on there. You get everything. This is like the best business building course for women entrepreneurs who really want to create a serious income, not a hobby income, but a real serious income. Christine says, I just hosted my first full day branding workshop for 50 entrepreneurs. What an incredible experience. I referred back to Vanessa's workshop profit secret system, applied some of her strategies. I found it so helpful. I walked away with 5 new high-end clients and 3 referrals. Pretty freaking cool. Best part is that people told me it did not feel like a pushy sales pitch. Can you imagine do that on your next workshop? Listen, the information is here for you. I'm here to support you. If you want to rock your business in your bikini, you can do that too. I'm going to invite you to take a look at some of the testimonials on my website. Gabrielle, she hired me just for mindset, and she did this really cool video. She did a really cool video in Panama, actually, and she took 3 months off with her boyfriend and was able to just travel around and be free. And that's why she hired me. She says, got all these ideas and I work really hard in my business. I just love more freedom. For her, it was really about time freedom. And she was able to create that. And she made this really cool little, I'm a little dolphin swimming in the ocean video. And it's really cute. You should check it out. The water is like freaking incredible. So Susanna, $20,000 for first month in business. Like I said, some people are like $10,000, Vanessa. That's like, French fries at McDonald's. So I'm not interested in that. But $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. Listen, this is your business. You can create the way you want to. What you really need to do is find out what that number is for you that's going to make you real happy. All right. And Susanna here, she'd been working for a few years online as an expert, and I taught her how to make high-end offers. It's basically all I taught her how to do. I gave her a simple email to send out. She did it. She generated over, I think, 50 appointments, 75 appointments. She closed a few of those into her program, and she's been rocking it ever since. Again, I'm going to invite you guys to apply. Like I said, this is not for everybody. And my program isn't high in demand. When it fills up, people go on a waiting list. When people graduate, I open it up. So you can apply here to talk with me directly. It's a free call. And we'll take a look at what's really going on. And this is for you if you're really serious about creating a six-figure big business, not a hobby business, but a real six-figure business, to get the right accountability, to connect with the right people that are going and doing the same things that you are, and to also get a lot of my support. This is not a program where you just kind of get left all by yourself. There's a lot of me involved in here, a lot. And in my opinion, that's what you need in the systems and visibility building stages of your business. It's what a lot of programs are missing. So you can apply here, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. I'm going to leave you with one of my most favorite quotes, and then I'm going to give away 2 of these books. Education consists not merely of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. People are not paid for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with what they know. So don't just be another webinar where you sit here and you take notes. Get out there and do something with the information that you gathered here. This is from one of the top book authors of our time, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. I think this is the book that's been read the most outside of the Bible. Pretty cool. Nothing happens, remember, until you make a decision. You guys are wielding your entire life by your decisions. A decision to do nothing, to stay the same, still a decision. That's my sister and I going bungee jumping in New Zealand. It was crazy, total adrenaline rush, fun, happy I did it. Probably won't do it again because that was pretty nuts, but I'm super happy that I did. And you got to take risks, you know what? Flying leaps and risks. And then you got to follow your intuition and let love guide you. Look, you made it here, so something's good. Something good's happening out there. Again, the program that you want to apply for, if you're really ready to take a rock star leap in the right direction and really skyrocket your confidence and your cash flow, it's takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. All right. So I'm going to look at questions. I want to ask you guys, what has been your biggest aha takeaway from today's webinar? Go ahead and type it up here into the chat box. And as you do that, I'm going to go ahead and give a copy of these away. Tammy said, listen up, people, if you really desire to move forward in your business and your life, and can handle the jet fuel energy Vanessa puts out. She's one of the most remarkable mentors. She has more meat to her system than anyone I have ever worked. She's a true rock star. Oh, Tammy, you are a rock star. Thank you for posting that. Thank you. Tammy's doing amazing in the program. Okay, so what's your big aha, big takeaway? One thing you're going to do, one like big nugget, one big gem, because that's what I promised you. Just type it into the chat box here today. What's your big nugget from the webinar? And then first people to tell me, what are the 3 habits of highly successful entrepreneurs? First people that type that in here, the chat box is going to get a copy of one of these. I'll let you choose, and I will mail one of these to you. Dee says, I don't need an agent to succeed. That's right. You don't need an agent. You just need to start sharing your stuff. Total rock star. Yep. Simple. So what are the 3 habits of highly successful entrepreneurs? I share that here today. I tell you guys, I make it so easy for you. Let me know, type it in the chat box, and I will send you one of these 2 books. Take Your Power Back Now, The Ultimate Confidence Guide for Women, or From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops. They both come with over $500 worth of audio, video bonuses, interviews that I've done with other mentors, and other rock stars that inspired me along the way. So let me know. It's kind of like a little bit of a delay here inside Webinar Jam. So I'm going to have some tea and wait for the little answers to pop in. And then I'm also going to type this in. Type that in the chat box. That's where you can apply. Right now, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. So I'm not seeing anybody type in here the chat box for the books. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this whole little event and promotion. I know there's a bunch of people in here, so I don't know if there's like a little timeout or something, but here's what I will do. I am going to just invite you to go ahead and answer me on social media. Just go into Facebook and type me and tag me and say, you know, one of the top 3 habits of highly successful entrepreneurs, and then just tag me on my Facebook page. So maybe you guys need to watch the replay and like go back over your notes. But if that's the case, that's okay. You can do that. D says the 3 habits are visibility, confidence, and drive. Well, yeah, visibility is definitely one of them. Confidence was one of them. So you definitely get one, D. Just let me know which one you want. Send me a message on Facebook. Let me know your address, and I'll pop one of those in the mail. So there's one more book that's still up for grabs. Catherine says confidence. Yes, it is confidence. So Catherine, you got the second one. Just let me know which book you want, actually. So D and Catherine, you got it. There you go. Simple, easy. Show up next week, guys. We're going to have more fun. We always have lots of fun. I have some great guest experts that show up here, and I want to thank you for showing up. I say this every week. I really do mean it. 90% of success is just showing up. It's showing up when you don't feel like it, when you feel like maybe you're a failure, when you don't feel so hot, when you don't have the time. You keep showing up, and there's maybe one nugget, a question, something that happens. Maybe it's, you know, the answer to a question somebody else answers, and it gives you that clarity, that awakening, that opening. One nugget, one gem. If you can take that away and implement it, holy freaking smokes, will your life change. So D says she wants the mop book. You got it. Catherine, the Take Your Power Back Now book. Okay, you got it. Yeah, sweet, sweet, sweet. Just shoot me an email or go ahead and send me a little message in Facebook. It's even easier. Send me your address. I will mail those out to you. I love you guys. Show up next week. We're going to have another amazing webinar. We always do. I love you. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing week. And I will see you guys real soon.